Well, I guess this is going to be the morning to talk about old Trump-head. 6:05 in the morning, Pacific Standard Time. It's still June 10th, 2023, that we return to California. And no, I'm not going into the grieving situation. I don't think I'm that screwed up just yet. However, I perused a few things here and there. And I've got to put in my 2 cents worth regarding all this damn crap regarding the old Trump. Yeah, I heard about it a long while ago about the indictments possibly coming up, and there was a lot of investigations. And the guy was in silence. So he's not going to do a plea bargain. I don't want to do a plea bargain. I want this guy busted. I want this guy jailed. I want him in prison. I want him to be a martyr at this point over here. These assholes will be fired up anyway, wanting to do some stuff. I don't want Trump to get off because he's thinking he's too immune, he's too powerful. I want justice to be prevailed at this point over here. I want this guy below Supermax. Because that much influence he's got over people left and right. It's about as dangerous as a murderer. With all this bullshit, he's conned people left and right, and people actually bought it. Got Trumplicans in Congress right now who are following him, worshiping him, and falling down their swords before they even heard or read the indictments that were made public yesterday. And when they did make news yesterday, oh my God, they could not shut up. The politicians and the news media organizations, regardless if it was far left, far right, central, didn't matter. Trump was indicted again. And this time we think we got the smoking gun on him. And I saw the 40-some odd pages that they released when the federal attorney, the district attorney came out, federal prosecutor, and he's talking. And the news organizations already got the damn paperwork because they're getting their panel ready to have a long ass discussion. 16, 20 hours. I could not shut up. I swear, these guys, do they ever actually live or go home and sleep and eat? You normal people. Do they actually have that? I mean, are they actually allowed to sleep, eat, and go to their bathroom? Are they regular people? I mean, if they are with their families, they could be. I wonder if someone's actually been divorced. Or if they're lucky enough, they survive it long enough to have somewhat of a life, and then get out of there and wonder what the hell life is all about. The next news story. Yeah, I'm shifting my camera around. Shifting the old laptop. Okay, so Trump. We're talking about this, and the Trump voters are going, "Nah, we don't believe it's all fake. It's all woke. There's fake news." And the politicians, we can't allow this injustice to happen over here. This does not happen to anybody. Everybody else in the lower end have already been through the jail systems already saying, "Are you out of your fucking mind, you twit?" Oh yeah. The people who have gone through the system are in the system already. They say, "Oh, come on. He's not." You know what I kept saying about certain mafia characters in history? They got this attitude, this reputation that they're so damn bulletproof that they can avoid anything and everything for law enforcement. But what happens? Either they get assassinated or they get taken down in court systems and they get assassinated. So the Teflons, Golden Boys, whatever the hell the moniker they used. So why would they use old Trump like there? Magadonians. Is Trump a Magadonian now? Because he calls his absolute followers Magadonians. Trump's doing this shit now. Come on, he's pure cult at this point. Come on. People are too damn stupid. Doesn't matter which particular coast it is. If they follow this asshole, they're just as brainwashed as every other cultist out there that's seen and gone through suicide. It wasn't actually on camera anyway. Remember Harriet Skate? Remember David Koresh and his idiots? They still have problems with those people. So the ones that follow Trump are just as bad as the ones following for this bullshit. How the hell are you going to deprogram everybody in the United States over this? I wonder. You can't. They're too damn affected at this point over here. They swear their loyalty and allegiance to him. But maybe some of them are actually waking up to the fact that he is done with the dog shit. Why the hell did they go for him in the first place? They want to be conservative? Fine. I saw one particular video where one progressive group was trying to get a reaction and trying to get an understanding about why these maggots are so damn Trumplicated. Or are they Trumplicated? Are they just pure conservative and they just are stuck on stupid? Or stuck where they are? I know I'm going to be biting this on this one, but I'm going to bite it anyway. Being conservative isn't bad. They just want things back in time in a different perspective, a different mindset that they thought was a better world. And the problem is, they can't get it back. They'll scream and yell about it. They'll bitch and gripe about it. We need to slow things down. We need to take rights away from everybody, but not from some people. We still want to have our rights, but not for the other people. I mean, we want things to be the way they were. Well, how long? One guy wanted them back all the way to the earlier 60s or the 50s. We thought life was better during that time. And I'm looking at this asshole. I'm like, you are. I'm going to say I'm going to get tossed on my cookies on this one. But this guy was large, white, old, about 70 years old. And clearly, he wanted things back the way they were back in the 1950s when I was a kid during that time. Things were better during that time. I can only tell this prehistoric gentleman here. Sorry, pal, but they weren't fun times back in the 50s or 60s or 70s or 80s. That matter. Read about the history of the 40s and 50s, 60s. I was born in the 60s. And I remember seeing what the 70s were like. And I remember seeing what the 80s were like. So there was no such time as the good old days. You freaking break. I'm 57 years old. I've seen a lot, okay? I've been old for it, prehistoric to these Gen Zers, or whatever the hell they call them these days. Only because I've seen too much crap. Seen and experienced it. That's fun. Do I understand where these kids are coming from? They want things... Well, I don't know. They want things on a silver platter, because unfortunately, you gotta work for this shit, as much as my old-fashioned, my prehistoric training is these days. You'd have to work hard for the damn shit, one way or another. You're not entitled to it. You gotta work. You gotta work your ass off in part-time jobs. You gotta suffer and strain like everybody else does. You're technically savvy about the damn thing and turn it into a gold mine then. Sell your services to the next tech company if you can and rake in the bucks. Go ahead. The rest of us old farts out there are still sweltering it away with the Social Security dollops and allotments. While the younger kids are going for the faster 401k stuff and setting things up. Let's hope they're a lot better at the finances. But if they're not, they're going to learn just like every other damn kid does. You got to earn it. You got to keep it one way or another. And then you got to have the smarts to use it and stretch it out. Live on survival. That's what we do. Some people actually have the money saved up enough where they can actually party. and have fun. The rest of us are just struggling for survival. But at least I recognize that there are cult leaders out there that have drilled it into their heads that they are God. No matter what the hell they are, what the hell they call themselves, it's still the same bullshit. Still the same grifters out there, using you up left and right because they found an easy mark and they're going to suck you dry like leeches like they are. And the Trumplicans are just like the zombies. Oh, you remember those movies. You had to remember the 1950s on this one. B-rated flicks. Oh, yeah. The Living Dead. That's it. Night of the Living Dead. They'll come out during the daytime and come out at night. We want your brains. So we bite you and infect the living crap out of you. We tear out half your head. And then you're like the rest of us with this weird ass eye, facial makeup here. And we're going, we want the next convert into our zombie cult. I want you. I'll grab your head. And I'll bring it into my mouth. You're going to listen to what I say. And then I'm going to tear your face off. And then you're one of us. And you're going to find your next victim out there. While I look for my next victim. That's all they are, is fucking zombies, I swear to God. They call it wokeism. Shit. They call it zombieism. I call myself zombie because I'm sleep deprived and emotionally screwed up. A second here. Sorry. It's morning, it gets my throat like crazy. Okay, so what are we talking about here? We're talking about zombie. Zombie was sleep, but zombie can't get sleep. Zombie emotionally screwed up, which affects sleep, which means I'm like, I need coffee, but I don't want coffee. I want sleep, but the body won't put me back to bed to sleep. The body's screaming, the brain is screaming, and I'm like, yeah. I don't want somebody else's brain, I want sleep. I want coffee, or I want sleep, or I want both. Oh, good Lord. And normal, regular people are running away screaming because they see these zombies coming out there talking bullshit about them, right? Oh, look at me, I got rid of half the nation. I see Make America great again. You mean it never was? You mean it was at one time? Can you tell me one time that America was great? I mean, can you actually tell me? Oh, back 1950s. Let's see, civil rights wasn't during that time. Some people didn't have rights. Well, I don't care about them, I care about myself. I don't care about those people. I don't care about you. That's what I keep seeing with these old maggots and bitches on there. And the progressive kids out there are focusing on people like this. And talking to the old forts about the 50s and 60s. When we see gray hair, Target. Oh yeah, but we want things the way they used to be. I mean, things are so confusing right now. We don't know what the hell's going on. Well, how are they confusing? The people have rights to vote. Women have rights to vote. People of color and races, they got rights to vote. That's not right. That's not making America great. That's not America. That's not America. Guys just vote. Don't talk punk. No stuff reading to my kids. Are you kidding me? When I have a Roy Rogers and geometry and Lone Ranger solving things with a gun. And drinking like Clint Eastwood. Or John Wayne. Fragger. Hell, Elvis came out. Oh God, what the hell is he? What, you don't like alt music from Glenn Miller? Yeah. Well, the guy that like in the 60s came out. We had the Vietnam War. And deal with them people over there. You got them people over there. Well, were you over there? Nah, I was in the River Screaming Eagle there. I got my gun, got this in there, got that in there. Going through there and just killing people left and right. Did you go into villages? Yeah, I went into villages. I liberated them. Me and my 16. And how many people did you kill? How many women and children? Ah, don't even tell me about that when I was looking for Kong, man. I was looking for Kong. To be honest, to put a disclaimer on this one, I was too damn young. I came out of my mother's womb in the mid-60s, so there's no way in hell I was ever in Nam. And because I was medically screwed up in my body. Hips out of joint. And as I said before in my other videos, a holy heart, literally. I don't flash this chest on screen unless I'm going to be having people screaming at me going, back off. But there is a scar still there. I've had a lifetime. Age 4 years old, mitral valves leaking. And I died 3 times, came back to life 3 times. Yeah, I've been up and back. So it negated me from having military experience at all. That sucked, but you know, that's it. No military. So I talk it, but you know, I haven't been there. I got too much respect for the veterans at this point over here to make fun of these guys, but I'm going to hear some of these older farts with a so-called gung-ho attitude. And researching media, researching history back then compared to now, I'm like, what are you guys talking about? Come on. I talked to other vets that didn't even think about that one. I talked to the vets who had been discriminated. And they got a different attitude, a different viewpoint of what wars were like. There was even one old Marine that I fell in love with. He was a good friend too. He's been gone 30 years. Mr. Crap. So yeah, I'm aware. I'm aware of veterans out there have been through the wars. World War I, World War II. I've met them. Years ago, decades ago, I met them. And I have a lot of respect for them too. For what they went through. So I don't make fun of that stuff. But I'm going to make fun about the gung-ho guy. Yeah, I've been over there, and then try to prove that. Were you there? And did you happen to see the dead bodies that you just created? Wow, screw that Walter Cronkite guy. He's the one that screwed up a perfectly good war. It was jolly good fun. The veterans I've talked to concerning about the Vietnam, they don't even talk about it like that. And if they did, man, they talk about it to themselves. Because that war was the most insane. But then again, so was Korea. And I had an uncle who never talked about Korea. I've also had other uncles who've been through World War II and they never talked about it because there's no way in hell a veteran's going to be able to talk to a civilian about what the hell they went through unless they're going to be shooting it like crazy. They're going to be shooting out their mouth. Zombies. Tell me what particular time period was the greatest. There wasn't any time period great. Maybe they thought the 50s were great at that time. Oh shit, let's see, about 49 through 52 we had the Korean War. And people were trying to recover from that damn thing. Not to mention the nuclear threat that we actually had, the Cold War going on. And let's see, we also had toppling governments left and right. An island government, Cuba. Anybody remember that one? Bay of Pigs. Oh yeah. Fiasco on that one. Oh, not to mention Vietnam cooking, and not to mention the Southeast Asia theater that hardly anybody else knew or read or looked at the geography books or anything else because hardly anybody covered it. It was history. It was still there right in front of their faces, but they ignore it. Until maybe they get set up over in Korea, and then they're thinking about what the hell is this place? Well, if you actually study the damn globe, you actually know this is the place called Korea, and if there was any history books, or actually there was any books about the damn places, I learned a little bit. But if not, I learned the hard way. Vietnam was the same damn thing. It was going on through hundreds of years of wars. I mean, different governments come in there, try to conquer the place, and set up, and then get their asses kicked. You have to hand it to the Vietnamese. They wanted what they wanted. Some of them wanted democratic stuff. The others wanted communism. That's what they picked up, socialism. Their own version of communism. And they're still trying to get the hell out of their country. Because their liberties are still being screwed over one way or another. These days, I don't even know. And some of the veterans go over to Vietnam just to relive. So, keys that they want to find. Same thing with an army of veterans. Once in Japan, going to Japan. There was even a time that we had a president who apologized to the current, or at the time, Prime Minister and the Emperor. What the hell he did to him. Just the bombings themselves, nothing else. During those times, it was a free-for-all. But we were going to end the war one way or another. We did it with a hell of a cost. Was it necessary? Maybe at the time. But in order to save lives, we had to destroy lives. Go figure. Getting back to cultism. I remember the Branch Davidians, David Koresh, doing his bullshit out in Waco. He was bad enough hearing about Jim Jones a decade earlier. And his dumbass following People's Church. Brought him over to British Guyana just to have kicked him. Have his own talent out there. Followed and managed by Jim Jones, and him sucking everybody's life insurance and everything else. Every damn donation just to keep his own damn armada, his own army. God, what a waste. That was a nightmare right there. Paranoid to the point where they had to do self-destruction. Cyanide. And have the guards shoot people left and right. Everybody was going to die. Very few survivors to talk about it. Even to this day. Branch Davidians, there was no survivors in that one unless they already escaped a compound earlier. And they're still having their repercussions on that damn thing. Not because of the church, but because of David Koresh and his bullshit. So this is the kind of stuff I'm still equating with Trumpism and his own, the Trumpism and the effect of it. Turning people into Trumplican zombies. Sometimes you get the choice, and other times you don't have a choice. You're born into the damn thing. You're born into cults left and right. Or was it back in Utah that they actually have polygamy and monogamy, and God knows what else going on left and right? You got compounds out there with guys having one guy having multiple wives and kids. Yes, he says so. Talk about cultists going insaneness. nice answer to it all. That's what I say. You gotta follow someone that willingly to your death and destruction, then you already are a lost cause. And if hell, nobody can drag your ass out of the damn thing, and you're going down. You're going to be willing to go down. My question is, do I have to watch it? And remember your dumbass remark as you fall over a cliff and you see the guy stopping at the cliff's edge and pushing you over the edge and saying, I gotta save myself, but you're a willing follower. It's like times like that, you really want to go over to the leader and throw him over the damn cliff. The cliff at this point regarding Trump and his situation and his Trumplicans is the court systems. If they can bleed him dry with the money, that's one thing. But if they can bleed him dry over the years until maybe he rots in the cell and passes away, dies, they'll make him a martyr. They'll say it's in the name of Trump. And they'll maintain their belief system and learn the lessons that he's done to people, grifting everyone. And they'll grift. They say they want things back the way it used to be. Well, I can't tell these people that, but there was nothing that to remember that used to be. That was all perfect. I mean, all damn life cycles. They got him to the point where they following a madman over a frickin' cliff. But how many times you keep trying to tell them, wake the hell up. You got a problem about being woke? Well, how about being woken up from your stupor? Stupid. Call me woke. Yeah, I'm barely awake. I'm a zombie. I've seen the multiple local crap going on, not to mention the physical crap going on. My physical crap is still trying to put me back to bed again, and yeah, I still need to eat. Go figure. What's the zombie supposed to do? I want to bitch. I got your bitch right now. I want to